Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. If a mother becomes upset when her child visits the mosque, must the child obey and stop going? So it depends on the age of the child. There's a difference between, a 7, 8 year old child walking to the mosque and the mosque is far, etc. Right? But we're saying if, then there could be cause for concern. Right? There could be cause for concern. If the child goes to the mosque, there's a difference between going to the mosque, attending prayers, and coming back. And there's going to the mosque, hanging out, then grabbing pizza, then going to the Ridgeway Plaza, and then coming back home 3 hours after Maghrib prayer, and you didn't actually do Isha in the masjid. You kind of, do it before going to sleep. So there's things that would cause a parent to be reasonably upset. Right? If the child is not an adult or an adult child, but they're still not reached maturity, where the child, is hanging out with a strange crowd, etc. So those are reasonable concerns. But in a situation where the child is going to the mosque soundly, it is safe, they're not staying out too late, etc., then what the ulama say in these kinds of situations, so there's no reasonable fear, then Imam al-Safarini, in his work Ghida'ul Albab, Sharh Manzumat al-Adab, he says the way in these matters, and he's a great Palestinian Imam of the Hanbali school of the last 250 years or so. He says that the way to deal with these things is discretion. Have mudara. Don't upset your parents, but do the right thing. Say, I'm going to visit some friends. Okay? Or be discreet. And the critical thing is also have good character. Have good character. Don't argue. Do not disrespect. And sometimes parents may be, they'll come around. They'll come around. Right? Don't fight. Right? There were some misunderstandings at a stage in my life. So I wanted to go to a program I really felt the need to go to. And I was 21 at the time. I didn't tell my father where I was going. But I just said, I'm going to throw out the garbage, but there's 2 garbage bags. One was the actual garbage. The other had my backpack in it. And my friend, who also became a sheikh type, Sheikh Zahir Bacchus, came with the car, and we drove down to Chicago. My father already knew, because this is the early 90s, or getting to the mid 90s, because the reservation had come to our house. In those days, you had to send an email to reserve. You had to make a phone call to reserve, and then they would send the confirmation by actual physical mail. So they were already aware, but I didn't pick a fight. And my father didn't say anything. And, when I called that I've reached Chicago, etc., and, and there, he didn't say anything either. But, sometimes, in general, in relations, diplomacy works far better than war. And so don't declare war on your parents. Have some diplomacy, have some wisdom, and in difficult situations, consult. And in difficult situations, consult. And we have many resources on this sensitive matter of obedience to parents, etc., that you can check out on Seeker's Guidance.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله